You wouldn't believe it, but it is -2 outside and I am dressed in this. Not appropriate dress wear. Anyway, hey, what's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Lydia, and if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, and while you're down there, give me a thumbs up because it really does help me out. And also, if you didn't know, I have a Patreon where I post one video a week that is exclusive to Patreon. It would mean a lot to me if you could check that out. It's linked in the description down below. Today we are talking about whether or not police should be involved with mental health. So let's get on with the video. So this is a topic I've wanted to cover for a while, and the primary reason I haven't is because of how much police involvement my mental health journey has had in it. I've had a lot of involvement with the police when it comes to my mental health. As you guys know, I was sectioned a lot during my time in Preston, and I was sectioned a lot while I lived in Wembley and in Kingston. And honestly, some of them calls out to the police really did help me. And if they hadn't been there, I wouldn't be here today. And saying that is a lot. But I do have an opinion on this that's kind of backwards to all the support they've given me. In my opinion, in short, is no, they shouldn't be involved in mental health. They're not trained in it, they're not qualified in it. It's traumatizing, it makes things worse, and they're a bit rough with you, that they put you in handcuffs and put behind your back and you feel like a fucking criminal. Let's get into the long version of this. So yeah, like I said, my opinion is that they shouldn't be involved, but let me explain why I believe that. Police officers aren't trained in mental illness. They just have two powers. With section 135, section 136, or the alternative, arrest. Now, as someone who did get arrested for my mental health, and I can prove this. If you want me to do a video on my arrest, but honestly it wasn't good, but I did get arrested, and when I got arrested it was devastating to me. I genuinely thought my life was over because I was so scared that they'd take everything that I've ever said to them and throw it against me. They didn't do that, but I was charged in custody, and well, I went to court, and in court I went not guilty, and we had my medical notes to show that I wasn't guilty. It went to trial, and the magistrates deemed there was no case to answer, which, honestly, when they said that there's no case to answer, I was so relieved. I was on diazepam at the time, but it helped. And when I came face to face with that officer after the trial, he just stood there and glared at me, and I just smiled and walked away. But getting arrested for asking for help for your mental health, it was devastating. Because I've heard about people getting arrested for asking for help. My ex, Michelle, if you don't know who Michelle is, I'll link her channel up there. We're not friends or anything anymore, or close, or in a relationship, or even talking to each other. She's made some videos on her experience with the crisis team taking her to court, and she's done some good videos. So I'm linking that because I genuinely think it's a good, what she's done is good. But yeah, getting arrested traumatised me. And I still struggle with that now. Like whenever I see police, I panic and I go the opposite direction. It's what contributed to my agoraphobia. And if you've been through that, motorbike, if you've ever been arrested because of your mental health, I'm so sorry you went through that. I'm lucky I didn't get convicted, because I had called the mental health team a lot, and they called the police out to do welfare checks. So it wasn't directly my fault, but the police made things worse. And honestly, it's a sad reality, really, because you hope that it's going to be a good experience and that everything's going to be okay and they're there to help. And while I have had good experiences with the police and mental health, I've also had terrible experiences with police and mental health. There was one time when I lived in Kingston that I got put in leg restraints and I had a helmet put on my head and I was handcuffed to the bed, both sides handcuffed, one side of the bed. That was fucking traumatising. I was crying, I was screaming to let me go, and it's so fucking fun. So I am against police being involved with mental health crisis. If someone's being aggressive or violent, then yes, phone the police, get the police to detain them. Police are trained to restrain people. It's literally in their job description. And I would know because I applied to be a police officer. Is that a bit backwards, isn't it? I'm traumatised by police, but I wanted to be a police officer. I actually failed their health and fitness test, but I tried. Should police be involved with mental health? The police have kind of become a backup plan for the NHS. Like, if you message certain helplines, like Shout, if they're concerned about your welfare, they send the police, an ambulance. Police are becoming a backup plan. Crisis teams call them if they're concerned about someone's welfare. NHS 111 sends police if they're concerned about your welfare. University resources call the police if you're in a crisis. Had experience with that. I will make a video on that at some point. Have I ever done a video on universities and mental health? Because I had 2 fitness to study assessments after being sectioned. So yeah, there is that I want to talk about in another video. But yeah, my opinion is clear. I don't believe police should be a first point of call for a mental health crisis. Like, if you're genuinely concerned about someone's welfare and you know their address, call an ambulance. If you don't know where they live, then call the police. But it's a game of finding what's right. And I don't think having the police involved does anything positive. So yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know your opinion and your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, I will speak to you in my next video. Peace.